Well, a car like this should be driven in somewhere like California or somewhere, certainly on the west coast of America. And we're driving it in Salford, near Manchester. But nonetheless, it's the only car to be in. I mean, it is very refined. We're in the sporty version, which has still got the wooden leather, but less traditional, as its name suggests, more funky, more upbeat, more modern. So if you're the 35-year-old businessman who's made 50, 60 grand, this is the car for you. And I've got to say, it drives as good as it looks. I mean, you'd expect that anyway, with all the work that's gone into it, but it really does handle. I've driven this car in the south of France, and now I'm driving it in sunny Salford. And it's got to be one of the best cars in its class. Jaguars say that it's up to Mercedes standard, it's the same as Porsche standard. I don't know about that. I mean, time will tell. The way I look at it is, a car like this might be fine from day one when it comes off the production line, just being prepared by the dealer. Don't forget, you get a nice 3-year, 60,000 mile warranty in this car. But in 10, 20 years time, are we going to be seeing this car standing up to the rigors of daily life, as well as something like a Porsche 911, as well as a Mercedes, for example? Who knows? But meanwhile, sounds corny, but it's British, it's brash, it's back, and it's great. Nick Shayler, this is the car we've all been waiting for, possibly the British car of the year. Tell us a little bit about it, the Jaguar XK8.
Well, I think it just is a new breed of Jaguar that's come into the market. It's a car that I think most people who've driven it say it gives them just total satisfaction. They never want to get out of the car. And that's, of course, why we wanted to do the car so badly.
It's a British car, but it's an American-owned company. Ford these days own Jaguar. How British is it? How much have you had to rely on Ford for input with this vehicle?
Well, the input has all come from our engineers at Whitley. They've designed this car from the ground up. Now, obviously, what Ford gave us was, frankly, the money, and that's what we needed. It's a very British car.
Before anybody worries about the Ford connection, it's fair to say probably this car wouldn't have happened were it not for Ford stepping in and taking over Jaguar.
There's absolutely no question. Had Ford not done that, Jaguar would have been dead now.
It's a British car, it's a driver's car. It is effectively the replacement for the E-Type, isn't it? Why not call it the F-Type?
Well, we thought about the F-Type, and then unfortunately another company down the road from us in Birmingham came up with an MGF, so we decided that wasn't a good idea.
A wonderful car, but I think they've got the styling ever so slightly wrong. The whole point of Jaguars is that they look like cats, like Jaguars. You can almost see them prowling along the road. The problem with this is it looks to me like I don't know, just an ordinary saloon that's with a sporty touch. All right, that's a bit of an understatement, but you know what I mean. What I'd like to see is this car with a much, much lower stance on the road, much, much smaller wheels. This looks far, far too large to me, this wheel. And I think what we also need to see is the thing sitting much lower on the road. It almost needs a boot full of bricks or ballast or sand or something to lower the car down on the ground. Only then, I think, will it be the true sports car. Meanwhile, I think it's a very nice car, but for somebody in their 40s and 50s rather than somebody in their 20s or 30s.